Okay, let's just jump right in. The world is in the middle of a full-blown AI gold rush, and if you're an AI engineer, you're holding the map. The demand for talent is just totally blowing up, but with opportunity knocking everywhere, the real question is, where do you go to make your move? Seriously, think about it. If you're in AI, you've got one of the most in-demand jobs on the entire planet. But that's a lot of choice, right? It can be pretty overwhelming. Do you just follow the biggest salary? Or is there, a lot more to the story? Well, that's what we're going to break down right now.
All right, let's start with the big one. The question everyone asks first. Who's writing the biggest checks? We're going to look at the top-paying countries based on those big, flashy average salaries before we factor in anything else.
And to probably nobody's surprise, the global home of big tech grabs the #1 spot. The United States offers the highest salaries, and honestly, it's not even close. But just how high are we talking here?
$145,000 a year. On average. Yeah, you heard that right. That is one heck of an opening bid.
But don't think the race is over. Just north of the border, Canada's tech scene is absolutely on fire, and they are competing hard for top talent.
And they're putting their money where their mouth is, with a really strong average of almost $115,000. And not to be left out, all the way on the other side of the planet, Australia is making a huge play for AI experts too. They slide right into the six-figure club, pulling in an average salary of just over $102,000, a very, very respectable third-place finish.
So here it is, our first leaderboard. The US is the clear champ, with a really tight race for second place between Canada, Australia, and the UK. So that's it, right? Case closed? Everyone pack your bags for Silicon Valley? Well, not so fast. This is where the story gets really, really interesting. Because that big, flashy number on the job offer, it doesn't actually tell you the whole story, not by a long shot.
This, right here, is the million-dollar question, or, well, the $100,000 question. I mean, a huge salary in a city where it costs a fortune just to live feels way different than that same salary somewhere more affordable. We have to talk about purchasing power.
Think of it like this. On one hand, you've got the headline salary. That's the number on the contract, the one everyone brags about. But on the other hand, you've got real purchasing power. That's what your money's actually worth when you factor in the cost of, life. And this changes everything.
And whoa, does this chart tell a story? The US salary? It still holds up really well. But check out the UK. Its real purchasing power is almost exactly the same as its headline salary. That makes it a super efficient place to earn. And then you've got Australia. Because of a really high cost of living, that $102,000 salary suddenly feels like less than $47,000. That is a massive, massive drop. So just like that, the leaderboard is completely flipped on its head. But here's the thing. Salary, even real salary, is still only half the battle.
Exactly. You can't earn the money if you can't get the job or, get a visa to even be in the country. This is where things get really complex. Navigating all these visa rules and job demands, it's exactly the kind of puzzle AI itself is built to solve. It's why AI-powered platforms like WanaVisa.ai, the source for today's data, exist in the first place to help map out these personalized pathways. So let's peel back that next critical layer.
The US isn't just paying top dollar. They have what's called a critical shortage of AI talent. I mean, demand is completely off the charts. The main path in, the H-1B visa, is powerful, but it's a lottery system, which makes it a bit of a gamble. For those who are already proven leaders in the field, the O-1 visa is a more direct route, but the bar is set pretty high.
Now, Canada also has really high demand, but it's famous for having a much more predictable immigration system. It's got a bunch of different options like the points-based express entry and the super-fast global talent stream, which is literally designed to get tech talent into the country in a matter of weeks, not years. And the UK, our dark horse when it comes to purchasing power, also has high demand. The main way in is the skilled worker visa, which means you need a company to sponsor you. But kind of like the US, they also have a global talent visa, which gives way more freedom to people who are recognized as true standouts in their field. And Australia. Despite that cost of living challenge, the demand for AI talent is still high. Their really unique option is the skilled independent visa. It's based on a point system, and you don't need a job offer beforehand, which gives you incredible flexibility to find the perfect job after you arrive.
Okay, I know, that was a ton of information. Visas, salaries, cost of living, it's a lot. So to make it easier, we put together a quick little cheat sheet to sum up what you'll typically need for these top spots. As you can see, the basics are pretty similar across the board. You'll need a relevant degree,
a couple of years of experience, and of course, you gotta speak English. The biggest difference is that the US really likes to see advanced degrees, like a master's or a PhD, while knowing some French can be a huge bonus if you're looking at certain parts of Canada.
So, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. There is no single best country. The real question is, what's best for you? Are you chasing that absolute top dollar salary? Do you care more about your money going further with a better lifestyle? Or is a smooth, predictable path to getting there your #1 priority?
The answer is going to be different for every single person. To get an analysis that's actually personalized to your skills and your priorities, you can explore the AI-powered tools from WanaVisa.ai, which is where we got the data for today's deep dive. Thanks so much for tuning in.